Hey, you. Don't look around. I'm talking to your ass. Here's the harsh truth and the reality check that you need in order to stop living the shitty life that you live in so that you can get the life and the outcomes that you want. By the end of this video, you're gonna know what you need to know and what you need to do to get your shit together. Let's get right into it. Look, you're not gonna have confidence and belief in the beginning. With whatever goals, dreams, aspirations that you have, you're not gonna have confidence and belief if you've never done it before. And I'm telling you this first because so many people, they never even start the journey. They never start the process because they're worrying about, you know what, I don't really know if I can do this, or I don't feel confident, or I don't really know or believe, I'm not sure if this is gonna work, if this is gonna happen. You're not gonna know. If you've never done this before, you're not gonna know. So it's so important for you to understand that you gotta take step one and just start. I promise you, you look out in society, anything that you see, any invention, any vehicle, technology, car, restaurant, somebody that's on TV doing a sports, or your favorite musicians, you look at whatever you want to throw in there, your craftsmen, when something goes wrong in your house and you go and you call in a specialist to come in and repair or fix whatever it is going on, no matter what you're looking at, none of them started out being confident and having belief in what it is that they're doing because it was new. So I need you to understand that you got to take the first step. That's how you really begin the process. If you don't begin, you'll never get there. So it's just like basketball. I tell my clients and people that I work with all the time, I use these two examples. If you've never gotten on a court and successfully shot a basketball, or you've never walked up to a girl and started a conversation and talked to her and got her number successfully, you're not gonna feel confident doing those things. You're not, because you don't have evidence. And you're not gonna fully believe because you don't have evidence that you can do it yet. So with both of these things, you get that by getting reps in. Because what happens is, with getting reps in, you get on there and you try, and even if it doesn't work, you get feedback on what's going on. And if you continue to try and get reps in, eventually you're gonna see something start working, or you're gonna get some type of positive outcome. And with that, you seeing, oh, okay, something that I'm doing actually worked. You're gonna build a little bit of confidence because you've given yourself evidence. That's all confidence is proof and evidence that you've done something or can do something. So once you've given yourself some form of proof or evidence, oh, okay, I can kind of do this. You go in and you get more reps in, and with the more reps, the more proof and evidence of success that you get. Because as you keep doing, you're gonna get better, you're gonna get more and more positive results, you're gonna get more and more success. And as you do those with whatever it is that you're doing, the more proof and evidence that you see that you can successfully do something, confidence starts to skyrocket. That's all it is. But you don't have that in the beginning. You're not gonna have it. So if you can't start messy, you can't take those first steps, that's gonna be honestly the hardest steps. The first steps are the hardest steps, but it's not forever. That's just a period. And once you start figuring some things out, you starting to move along. It's just building momentum. So understand, that's what it is. If you want to get great at whatever it is you want to actually achieve whatever dreams, goals, or aspirations you have, you gotta be willing to get started. Point blank, period. And you gotta be able to keep going through the reps, taking the action without seeing the proof, because eventually you're gonna see the proof, but you gotta go through that space and that phase of not seeing any evidence that you can successfully do something until you get to a point where you do start seeing evidence. It's quite simple. And belief is the same thing. I'm telling you from personal experience. I started my platforms across all YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. And with every last one of them, I started out where I had no supporters, no followers. My videos were getting hardly any views, hardly any engagement. I had no proof that I could successfully resonate with people and to grow my brand. And I had to keep putting out videos. I had to keep putting out content, even though there was nothing showing that this shit was working. And there were points where I questioned, dog, am I even really cut out for this shit? Like, and it was the same thing with sports too. It was the same thing with girls, man. The first few times when I first really intentionally started talking to girls with the intention, I'm going to start doing this on an everyday basis so that I can get confident with actually communicating with beautiful girls that I used to be afraid to talk to. I didn't want to be afraid of going for the girls that I wanted anymore. And at the beginning, there were points where I stuttered, fumbled my words. There are points where I didn't really know what to say, and I kind of came off awkward. And I'm looking at the girl, I'm talking to her, looking at her, and she can see in my eyes, oh, this guy is a little bit awkward. He doesn't really know, he's not smooth. He doesn't really know what it is he wants to do or how to create a vibe. I could tell that they knew that. Like, I could literally see it on their face. And I had to take action. I had to take action being in places where I've gotten rejected. I know, like, all of the evidence that I have is me not getting the outcomes that I want, not getting the success. And it's like, I got to take this action anyway and trust that, you know what? If I keep doing this, pay attention to what I'm doing, make adjustments, and keep trying, eventually I'm going to start seeing better outcomes. And that's what it was. So I'm telling you from firsthand experience, I've been through it. So you gotta understand, and I didn't have belief, like all of these things, I didn't have belief I could do these things. And I just had to tell my brain, fuck how you feel, dog. Fuck how you feel, bro. Let's get the work done. Let's just go and take the action. That's it. Like, almost like a robot. That's how I had to train my mind. And as I took action, same thing with confidence. When I started seeing, the first time I started seeing success, the first time I saw a video or a couple of videos start getting higher views, people starting to like, people starting to share my content or interact with it, is like, yo, I needed to hear this, or yo, this is me, like with funny stuff or things that they can relate to in everyday life. I started building belief, okay, I really can do this. The first time I talked to a girl that I viewed as a 9, and I was able to move the conversation. I was able to extend an invitation to see if she wanted to hang out again so that we can go someplace, hang out, and continue the vibe that we had going. And she was with it. We exchanged numbers, and we actually locked in a date. After I did that the first time, my belief started to build, because it's like, yo, you got proof and evidence you really can do this. So I'm telling you, anybody, whether it's your fitness, you trying to get in shape and you haven't done it before, you trying to learn a skill, whether you trying to get better with your dating life and your social skills, whether you trying to build a business or a brand, whether you working on some type of thing in your life, whatever it is, understand you gotta start and take actions, and understand with time and action, the belief and the proof and the confidence will grow once you start seeing proof and evidence. That's it. So for anybody, if you're struggling with this, I want you to know that I have a space in a community, in a program that I created specifically for people that are struggling in all of the ways that I used to be struggling, to help you to start building the confidence and the belief that you need, walking you through what you need to do in order to get where you're trying to go and get the results that you want in your life. If that's something that you need help with, this video resonated with you, there's a link in the description. Click that link. That'll send you over. You can send me a message on Instagram, or you can email me. We can get on a call, see what you're dealing with, what you're struggling with, to see if that's something we can help you with. And if that's something that's a fit, Man, I am so excited and looking forward to helping you all turn your life up, because if you relate with this, trust me when I tell you, I've been through it all, fam. I know from firsthand experience. And I didn't have a whole lot of people helping me out. I had to fumble and struggle through, and you don't have to do that. I want to help you turn up. So, and if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, you need somebody to really work with you one-on-one and slow walk you through this process so that you can start creating the changes that you need in your life to actually build the confidence that you need to have the appearance, the body, the confidence, the lifestyle, the dating life, whatever it is, then that's something I offer as well. Same thing. Click the link, send me a message over on Instagram or email me. We'll get on a call and talk about it, because I'm here to help as many of you all as I can. And again, if this video brought value, make sure you like, share this to somebody else that you know that's also struggling, that can benefit, so that you can just pay it forward so we can help as many people as we can. And if you haven't already, subscribe, because I show up on this platform for you all every single day. I don't miss bringing value, because I know I want to see every last one of y'all be the best that you can be and have the best quality of life that you can have. But like I always tell folks, where you go and what you do in your life, that's 100% all on you, fam. All on you. And I promise, if you do the work, you got it. So I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. And until next time, peace and love.